please rise and go ahead and pledge. May the God known to each of us provide the strength and wisdom to perform the duties and fulfill the responsibilities required by our oaths of office. May our actions be pleasing to God and meet the expectations of the citizens we serve. Amen. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Go ahead and call our meeting to order. Councilmember, do you have the minutes from September the 5th, 2023? What is your pleasure?
Make a motion to accept them as presented. Second.
Motion and a second to approve the minutes from September 5th. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next item is public comments. I do have a couple people signed up that I was gonna recognize anyway, so I'm gonna kind of skip around. Butch Payton, 1209 College Avenue. You have the floor, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mayor. I'm gonna be brief. As you all know, we had an unfortunate incident that took place in our town last Thursday afternoon. And a young boy lost his life due to some teenagers playing with a gun. And just so happened it was next door to where I live. And things like that don't happen in this town. But I was very impressed. Since I lived there, I had a ringside seat, sad to say, of how our police department operated. They came in very cautiously because there was a weapon involved. It had already been discharged. And once they came in and saw that the threat of the weapon was neutralized, they took control, and aid was rendered to the young man, which was, there's no help they could do for him. He was gone. So once that took place, then the investigation started. And they were very thorough, professional, and I've always been proud of this police department. And I realize that time changes everything. And this police department has gone a long way since the time I joined it in 1968. It's been a while. And I was very proud of them, how they executed everything, the teamwork. And then I realized what we have here, and I was very thankful. I'm very thankful from the chief all the way down to the youngest rookie that's been hired. And people in this town, I hope they know what we have here in our police department, that we got a department we can be proud of and be thankful for. And that's all I got to say.
Thank you for your comments, sir. Jacob Mitchell, 703 Water Street.
I was just wanting to, nothing bad, I just wanted to let you know, I talked to a lot of people and they're really super excited about the postcard coming out. I did have a question about the postcard. Is this to get more of an idea, like numbers wise, like how many are interested, so you can then send out, I guess in the future, because there wasn't a spot on there to like write your name or address. Is it more to like get like a survey right now?
Yeah, we'd like to find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're really excited. I talked to a lot of people. I saw your post on the no parks, no libraries, no levy, about the donation you all did, which I think is great, because I remember back when I was running, the girl from the library came and asked for additional help, and I don't think enough people know about that, how important the parks and the libraries are for after school programs, for work programs, I mean even for adults. I think it's awesome. And one other thing I just wanted to mention is a couple of residents have mentioned this to me, and I don't know if it's the water company that does this, but to maybe do like a beautification project towards the fire hydrants. I know they're painted, I think, green and white right now, and I know that I think they explained there's a color code, like the fire hydrants at the mall are red, which means they're privately owned. Maybe like either repaint them again or see if we could paint them like red and white, because I mean we are the Pirates and the Knights, so I mean we can't really do it silver, I don't think. But I just wanted to say that everyone was excited about the newsletter, as am I. And of course that donation to the library, I think that's awesome. And I just wanted to say thank you. And and one more question. When I was running, does the mayor have a discretionary fund? Like how much you can do each month. Like, I think it's like up to $10,000 without the approval of council for stuff like the help with the library, or like if a fire truck breaks down.
Yeah, typically they will put those things out for quotes, let the council know, but if there's something that needs to be done, my discretionary spending, the administration's discretionary spending is up to 10,000.
Okay, that's all. And about that, I couldn't imagine if that happened to my child. And I think, maybe we should fly the flag half-staff, maybe one day this week, in honor of the kid who lost his life. Because I know as a parent, it's gonna be tough on that family, so, but that's all.
Thanks for your comments. Sandy Chapman, 615 McClung Avenue.
I just wanted to see what you all might have found out about the water problem over on McClung. The water company did come out, they dug a hole, big deep hole. They looked all around it, they looked, and then they said to us, we can't figure out where it's coming from. So they stayed there. They didn't look next door at my daughter's where it's coming up through the street there. They dug the hole, they filled it, they put gravel in it, and they've come back, and I know the gravel will settle down. They've come back and put more gravel in it.
I do know they're coming back, that's all I can tell you at this point. I do know they're coming back for further investigation.
Okay, well, I hope so, because the water's now coming up more next door,
Yeah.
and we just kinda like to find out what's going on with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for being here.
Mm-hmm.
Two folks that I have on the sign-in list, Brianna Bowen from the Cowley County Public Library is here this evening. Ma'am, you have the floor.
Hi, Council, Mayor, everyone else. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here to speak today. Of course, I'm sure you all know why I'm here. I wanted to express my sincere gratitude, and I'm so thankful for the donation that you made for the Barboursville Public Library. It could not have come at a better time as far as our financial situation, but also as far as a morale situation. It was a real boost to our staff over at the Barboursville Library. They appreciate the support. I appreciate the support. From the bottom of my heart, I just wanted to say thank you so much to all of you. It means a lot, and I just wanted to let you know that they earn every dollar. The ladies over there do a phenomenal job. Last year was a slow year for the library in the sheer fact of coming out of COVID still and moving to the new location. We were closed a little bit over there, and then we had to deal with the move, and they still saw over 70,000 individuals walk through their doors. And so you all are going to be a part of changing lives, and I know you know that. And so just thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I just wanted to be on record saying it. So you're my dad. Thank you.
Thank you for being here this evening.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Rachel actually got something from your folks at the library
Yes.
next door.
The girls next door walked over here today, and it says, Mayor Tatum and City Council members, thank you so much for your generous donations. Words cannot express how much we appreciate you supporting us and our library. Your generous donation enabled us to hire a part-time employee, which we desperately needed. Thank you, the Barboursville Public Library staff. And they sent us, this cute pumpkin, and it's full of candy, so help yourself.
Thanks to your staff too. We understand how important your facility is to our community and how many of our kids have all either gone there before or still going there. So we understand the importance of your presence in our town. We appreciate what you guys do.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for being here this
Thank
evening. I'll also recognize Andrew Frazier, Chief of Barboursville Volunteer Fire Department. And there are many of your members here this evening. So thank you guys for being here.
All right, Mayor and Council and visitors, I'm Andrew Frazier, the Chief of the Fire Department. Also with me is Assistant Chief Greg Hockenberry, Deputy Chief JP, and my Lieutenant Lee Davis. The Mayor and I have been talking back and forth about wanting to present to the Council, to the Mayor and to Council about increasing the monies that the village gives the fire department per year. You all, they get the email or the?
They have the letter. They have the letter from you in front of them.
Okay, so, just a snapshot of it, back in '93, there was a contract signed between the village and the fire department where the village would give 2 cents per square foot for residential and commercial structures. Over the years, for just an approximate maybe 20 years or so now that has just stated about $85,000. What the fire department is asking for the remainder of the fiscal year of 2023 to 2024 is to increase that amount $20,000. It's like 20,100 or something like that. And then beginning fiscal year of 2024 going into 2025, we would like to change that and up this cents per square foot to 3 cents. And that over the time period since the contract was signed into, currently what the tax records show is approximately over 1 million square footage that has been, increased over the years within the village limits. The money is would come in very much needed, as we've taken on a major influx of members to help offset cost of gear and just the operating functions of our fire department, period. I know it's something you guys can vote on tonight, but wanted to come in, make this presentation and be able to try to answer any questions that you guys might have, or if I can answer them.
Just for the council's knowledge, what I have John doing is doing a approximately 10-year look back from levy proceeds, and also the last time that levy adjustments were made. That was made back in 2016. So we'll at least do 10 years worth of history on what the fire department receives on levy, and also what the village's contribution has been for, I'll have that out to you probably this week, so that you can see what the financial history is from the levy standpoint and what the village's contribution has been, and then we can have a work session and discuss it before our next meeting, if that pleases the council. And I'll keep you guys posted as well.
Okay, so the kind of increase for people who don't know, that would be, if approved and everything for next year, if we were able to move that 3 cents, that would just put the village contribution to the fire department to right about, was it $157,000, which is pretty cheap for fire service. So just like to, if you guys have any questions, toss them at me and I'll do what I can to answer.
I do have one question. What does Huntington request what do they charge? What's their charge per citizen? What is it rate they are going?
That I know it, to be honest with you, I really don't know that factually. I know it's a lot more than, what we ask.
Okay. And what do we request to the outside of the city limits? What's that request percentage now?
All right, this year we increased it to, the residents, we moved up. It's always been outside the limits. It's always been 3 cents per square foot for residential and commercial. This year, just due to the way the increase of everything, to try to help, us offset that, we increased residential to 4 cents and we put businesses to 5 cents. And the average response we get over the past numerous years, is pretty sad. It's 18% returns. And we, outside the city limits, we send out requests to almost 6,000 residents and property owners, which covers the businesses and everything.
You said how many?
Almost 6,000. It's just a hair shy of 6,000.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right, we do not have anyone else signed in this evening, but I did want to give the floor to Brandy. Fall Fest is coming up, several things, so Brandy, you can make your thing.
It's been a while. It's nice to see everybody. Fall Fest begins next Wednesday. The carnival will be moving into town on Monday. Their hours, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. as usual. They're doing the $20 wristband that we've had in the past. They will do 2 shifts on Saturday. The first shift will be 12 to 4, second will be 5 to 10. The afternoon shift will be $15 for a wristband, evenings will be $20. We're gonna put all this on social media, I talked to her today. They'll sell individual tickets, similar to what we've seen in the past. We are moving the petting zoo over to Sadler Field, so they've got some more room. They're bringing some extra animals with them this year, and we've extended their hours. They will be with us from 12 to 7, and we'll actually do a show from 2 to 3 p.m. That is free to the public. Much to Rachel's excitement, we have as many vendors as we can physically fit on Main and Central, so we will be at capacity. We've had several phone calls in the past week of visitors coming in from so far Tennessee, North Carolina, and Virginia, asking where to stay and what to do because they're coming to watch Chris Cagle, so we should have a really nice turnout for that. Parade numbers look to be standard. We'll have over 100 entries, and it will be an hour plus long parade as usual. I would just quickly give a couple of other updates of some things Andre and I have been working on. Hell Week will return again this year. It will run October 20th to 28th. Standard activities that we've had in the past. We are bringing back the pumpkin walk that we've had up in the Cardinal Gardens previously. We're adding a pet costume contest. And then we have an outside group that's going to do a ghost walk one of the weekends with us. So we're pretty excited about that as well. The Christmas parade is going to be held on November the 30th this year. That is a Thursday as usual. Village of Lights will kick off December the 1st, that Friday, and continue through the whole month of December. I know I threw in a lot of information out at you guys at one time. Just for your information, if you're interested, our booking platform for the park gives us the ability to track numbers. It doesn't really generate reports yet that are printable to give to you. So far since January 1, we've done a total of $66,222 in rentals, be it shelters, grass fields, and turf fields. Soccer field, the turf field rentals currently are at $20,272. Splash Park's just shy of $10,000. Some extra events that we've done are around $600. We are up $13,397 from this time last year in rentals across the board. So we think that looks pretty good. We have a lot of bookings for this fall. Of note, some of the exciting ones, Andre pulled them today. We have a travel football tournament that's going to be here at the turf fields late fall, early winter. And we think it's pretty exciting. The University of South Alabama is going to practice at our fields on Saturday to prepare for their soccer game on Sunday. So we'll have a college team practicing at the facility on Saturday. Along with 10 school clubs, youth football, and a couple of birthday parties, surprisingly. So that's where we are. That's what we've been up to. I will try to find a way with this update to generate a nice report that gives some really pretty graphs and things, but we wanted you to have that information because we think it looks pretty good. Pretty exciting.
I'll also say too, I texted you when I found out for sure, but it is official now. It's been publicized, but the Eastern Regional Finals soccer tournament for US Youth Soccer will be returning here as well. So that's kudos to Brandy and her colleagues up and down the corridor at the various CVBs in getting those tournaments to return here. That's a nice boosted tourism dollars for us, so nicely done there as well.
We will have both in 2024, President's Cup and Eastern Regionals.
Yeah. So our investment continues to pay off, which is nice, and thank you guys for your work on attracting those tournaments. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else there's nothing for old or new business. I will say, also, I want to thank the police department for the extra patrols in town as well, Chief. Thank you. There was an outcry for some public safety issues, and you guys have jumped right on it, so thank you for that. And also, I'll echo what Mr. Payton said and how you guys handled the other night, for sure. Very professionally done, and appreciate what you guys do. And if it's a tough situation, so I can't imagine having to walk up on a scene like that. And so take care of your guys. We'll start on Donnie's end tonight.
Okay, just a quick thing. I'm gonna promote the Haunted Trail. We're gonna have some a booth at the Fall Fest, and thank you, Brandy, for before I get into the Haunted Trail, for Fall Fest is, first time this year, I think I heard a bunch of radio spots on it. Maybe that's the reason why we're, overflowing with traffic and everything, and, it's pretty awesome to know it's gonna be so well attended and that kind of thing, so look forward to that. To the Haunted Trail, we're gonna have a booth at that. We're gonna be selling, pre-tickets for the trail, as well as, collecting, volunteers that may wanna come out and help, as well as, some brochures that we're going to have to pass out to folks. So, with the Fall Fest leaning right up to the Haunted Trail, it should be, it works out really well, but, we will, be able to help promote that and, get that, kicked off really good. But, it's gonna start out at, October 6th, and it's gonna be every Friday and Saturday night in October, and, hopefully we'll just follow suit from last year, where we were able to run all 8 dates that we, had, so, we're gonna help us order good weather for those dates and come out, and if you know anyone that would like to come out and volunteer, we do have a small pay scale that we will help. It's kind of like a percentage of the total, and then we divide that into how many days you work and that kind of thing. It doesn't amount to a lot of money, but we do have a little pizza party at the end of it, and so pretty well attended, and have a good time, and scare some people, and we talk about some of the highlights of some of that during our party. So if you know anyone, just have them get with me, or come to the Fall Fest and look for our booth and sign up. Thank you.
I just want to thank everybody for being here, whether you spoke or not, just here to listen. Just appreciate the involvement, and it's glad to see a half-filled room instead of an empty room for sure. Brandy, I have one question about the reports you're about to run. If you could look into it to see if there's a possibility, like, to show the days that was fully booked, like every shelter was booked possibly. I'm still interested in us breaking down to do like a half a day and be able to do double rentals on a weekend when it's busy. Because I think some people do use it in the morning and then it just sits empty, and somebody else could have made plans for that rental. So I still think it's a valid look at that. So if there is a possibility of looking out, the program might not allow that, but something like to see if how many days we're fully booked. Because I know when I've looked quite often, they're filled up on weekends for sure, and then higher priorities. So I just think it's something we could increase in percentage of usage as well. So don't care to look into that. And that's all I've got. Thanks.
All right, comment a little bit about the chief. I, like Butch, thank you. I know Butch, back in 1968, we both lived in Barboursville all of our lives. We seen the Barboursville Police Department from one police officer to what we are today. But I also like to, if y'all didn't see the little comment on Channel 3, I think it was on Channel 3, about slowing people down, speed limits. I think that's a great idea. Sometimes being all looking at the past, sometimes times change. We used to have like maybe two police officers at one time. They were on bicycles, ran through the town. It's good for the town to see police officers going through our town, because I think a lot of us think they're at the mall, they're at Menards, or wherever they may be. But I think sometimes in the town, I think sometimes some customers might think, or citizens might think, Barboursville's always out at the mall or doing whatever. But which they need to be, because we all know that's a lot of headache up there. But I would like to say thank you and appreciate it. Maybe at time we could buy one of those 2-wheel Skagways and put the chief on it and run around town. I can see you guys. Hello, everybody. Because he likes to
tell
puff.
you, I'm clumsy.
So, Chief likes to talk to people, and I think that'd be a good job. It's hey, how's everybody doing, whatever. But no, thank you to the police department. We have a great police department, like Butch said. It's 1968 from where we are today. Of course, things have grown. But I think the city does love to see the town police, even as you drive through, just honk horn, say hello, you just patrol a little bit, but it's all good. But I just wanted to comment that was great. Thank you, Chief.
But I was 5 years old in 1968.
I had dark hair too.
No, thank you for coming, and we recognize the police department and how wonderful we think they are a lot as council. But for the citizens to make an effort to come and acknowledge what we know, thank you for coming.
Danny, there is a grate on Wilson Road that it's really low. It's almost where Wilson and McClung meet. And I don't know if it might have to be that low. But if it has to be that low, can it be like some reflection or something? Because it is like tire popping low. And it might have to be that low because it's coming down off of the hill. But if it does have to be, if there could be some kind of reflection put on it, so you.
And we've looked at it
That's
before,
a tight.
we'll look at it again.
Yeah, it's a tight spot, and at nighttime, there's not really a light there to see, and, I'm gonna lose tire. I know we've talked about this before, but the house beside the elementary that the Board of Education owns, it's almost a reflection of us, is not making sure that people are maintaining their properties.
I'll call the buildings and grounds folks down there.
Yeah, it's real, I feel sorry for the neighbor, kind of excessive. And Andrew, thank you for coming, and thank you for all you all do, and the mayor and John being proactive and seeing if it is something that we're able to financially to help you all with, but, you know, we talk about the police department a whole lot, and just know that our words are when we say first responders, that includes you all also, because we have nothing but praise for the way you all handle things too.
Thank you very much.
Brandy and Andre, you all are always awesome. Thank you for all you do. We never see you, but that's because we know you're busy. And, there's been, brought to my attention multiple times about maybe some riffraff happening over at the playground. There's some, older kids that are, vocabulary is excessive, screaming and yelling, threatening the little kids. And it might be just the same group, I don't know who it is, but I don't think that the school's cameras can catch them, just to say who it is. But if the police could just monitor, cause I guess they're screaming and yelling loud enough that some of the neighbors over on McClung can even hear them on the backside, so.
Is this through school line?
No, it's
I
up
passed on your patrol commander. I got the same
Yeah.
note, so I passed it on to patrol commander.
It was on Barboursville 911 too.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like everywhere. Yeah, so it's complaints from multiple people, and so if they could just keep an eye over it, and I don't know, I was over at a LSIC, I don't know, I don't do initials, I was at a meeting, over there, and so I asked them if they could check into, getting some lights from the Board of Education to light up that over there a little bit better, so it's not as dark as what it is right now, and that might help if the spotlight is on, so, that's all I got.
Thank you.
Okay, that's me. Sitting there thinking, okay, fine.
Yeah, we're up next.
Yeah, I'm like, I wanna thank the police department. I do agree with everything everybody said about the police department and what happened over on college. They did a great job, very professional. Sad thing that had to happen. But with that being said, they were ready for it. They knew what to do, and very proud of them. Andrew, I'm not gonna tell you I'm not proud of you all, because I tell you, when I worked at the fire department, very seldom did you have anybody come to council meeting and say anything about fire department. So I wanna tell you how much I appreciate you coming to us, talking to us, and coming and giving reports and everything, so thank you. Thanks for everybody for being here. I love to see a group, regardless if you speak or not, we appreciate it. It makes us feel good, and it helps us out on how we need to take care of our town. With Nisha's great situation, Jerry Compton was talking about the grade over there on Allen and Main. I don't know how you could fix that. I drove it, I walked it, I don't know whose property it is, if it's state property or if it's ours. But it's drivable, so I'm not sure if you watch it, you can take care of, you don't have to bust your tire out. So I'm just thinking that, he asked me and a couple others after council meeting last time, to check it, to see if there's anything we can do. I don't know what can be done.
Get a four-wheel drive.
Yes. Thank you, Brandy and Andre, you do a heck of a job, appreciate you being here tonight. Rachel, have we got the trailer ready for the parade night? So we're gonna be meeting at the church up here,
Yes.
just like usual?
Yeah.
Okay, so for people that's gonna ride on the parade.
Just for the sake of everybody knowing, Woody Williams Foundation is the Grand Marshal this year. His birthday is Saturday of Fall Fest, and they're doing a birthday celebration in Charleston, so members of his foundation are gonna be the Grand Marshal of the parade. His grandson, actually.
He was on the news yesterday. Very pleased there. That's all I have. Thank you all.
Thank you all for coming. Nice to see all of your faces. Thank you for coming, and, you're always a happy face to see, and I'm sure.
Appreciate you worrying about me the other day.
I'm sure the police, were delighted that you were there in that situation the other day, even though it was a horrible situation, but you were there for a reason, so, I'm glad you came and, here tonight with us. Thank you.
Fall Fest next week, so everybody please come out, support Fall Fest. And, one other thing for the council members, I'm thinking 7 o'clock, just a quick work session before our next meeting, but I'll have Rachel send something out in an email form or a text to everybody to let everybody know what time we'll meet, but probably just a quick work session, and I'll get stuff out to you guys, from John's look back we're gonna go back at least 10 years, but probably to the time before the last time before it was, changed, levy rates. So we'll have levy rates and the city's contribution to the fire department for you guys in email form this week, so that way we can talk about it at the work session next time. If there's nothing else to come before the council, Brady, Jim, something else?
Real quickly.
Sure.
Paula brought up the Barboursville 911 that made me think of it. We received some feedback, and you probably have heard it too, about the sign on Farmdale being too bright. And if you haven't noticed, we have figured out how to turn it down. It was a lengthy process, but the light has been turned down, and we're just not gonna use white backgrounds anymore, because that tends to project a little bit brighter than anything else. So if you get that feedback anymore, we have figured it out. It's much dimmer than it was, so hopefully problem solved there.
All right, thank you. Well, thanks everybody for being here. We'll adjourn the meeting.